So I finally beat the Battlegrounds, which I'll say while you're doing it, it's probably hands down the worst content you could possibly have to stomach doing. Um, I have no intention of doing anything beyond basic victory track, but this guy, shout out to this dude. And I mean, it's a fairly normal spread. Obviously, if your account's way nicer, then like this was my biggest loss period. But let's see. It was so it took me in total about 2 hours. As you can see, there's like a gap of time here. But shout out to this dude right here. Zombie Chan. Okay, that's a fairly interesting name, but let's see. I mean, if you saw this guy's account, as you can tell, it's stacked with top end, all, all ascended, Ascension 2, 15 million base hero rating. I mean, this, like, I'm almost convinced that this dude let me win. He had Maestro, he had Dark Phoenix, he had Deathless Thanos, and some of the pulls this guy was taking, I was like, why is this guy like? And he was really thinking about it too. And I was like, I really feel like at the end he like let me win because there were a few champs. I don't remember which one because I banned Maestro, Dark Phoenix, and Deathless Thanos, but it really didn't matter. I was convinced, and as you can see, I put a victory shield on. Um, but I'm just glad it's over. I really don't like Battlegrounds at all, like whatsoever. Um, I don't find it to be. This is the right one, huh? Yeah, there he is. I should have everything. I'm nearly positive. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, no, dude, we're not doing that. Let's see, what's this at? Oh, I'm completed on this, and like I don't really see for the average player like a how can I put this? For the average player, it doesn't. It's there have been times where I've gone in just to play a little bit, but it just takes forever. I mean, there's all these countdowns and um, ways that you're stalled while you're playing. Like even that shit, dude. Why does it all have to be? It's some of the stuff does just kind of drag on really bad. Like it's like, dude, get to the point. And honestly, the only reason that I'm even bothering getting these, and I've noticed it's people either like all these look really strange. The Stellar Forged champs, I don't know why. Like I'm not fond of the white and the gold and the light aluminum color. Um, but I just don't. I don't think that it's. I don't think they look good. Now this isn't loading, but the only reason I'm even really worried about why does so hold on. Why is this? Yeah, this isn't loading. But the only reason I'm even bothering with getting these Stellar Forge champs is because I didn't do any of the Deathless champs. Um, no, I don't have a single one, and so I feel like I can't what is it, like FOMO? Oh, cool. Here we go. But with Battlegrounds, I would classify it probably in context of the game itself. Like I would probably like it's the worst content in the game, and I don't think that the competitive aspect of it being difficult or uh, needing a well developed roster is an issue. But the issue, at least from what I've experienced, the issue is that it's kind of like chess in a way, in that it's a lot of different like rules that you need to follow or pay attention to, and you need to understand. And look at that, man. That's a lot. That's the most I've ever had. And two tight Nexus Krista. Fucking let's go. I'm hoping to get that new Mystic chick. But you need you need to have a deep, well-rounded understanding of each champ, how each champ is going to, work against this one. And I'll give it, dude. Like, I'll give it to, I'll give it to, where's she at? This chick. I am beyond stoked on her. She's one of those kind of forgotten champs in a lot of ways. You really don't ever see her, and especially like ranked up and really ascended. Like, you really, I'm not saying you don't see people with her ascended, but you don't you don't really see her in people's decks very frequently, or at least I don't. But then again, I don't play Battlegrounds, so it's kind of like when I'm playing, that's when I don't. But let's see my battle deck, and I probably absolutely could have had a better deck for the meta. But again, it's one of those things, like, I'm not majorly interested in Battlegrounds. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I don't find it fulfilling. I don't find it fun. But total shout out to her. She did great. And even fucking Atuma took out a high Evo rank 5 SIG 200. Like, he took him out and won. Now, I think it was against the guy who threw the match, but still, being able to take out this dude, Atuma, being able to take out High Evolutionary, at all, because fucking even Spider Woman, I think it was a unawakened rank 2 Nico, and I was like, oh, I got this. Like, there's no way I don't got it. She didn't finish her off. Like, for whatever reason, and I've been playing with her, she's one of my top champs, so I felt that I was playing with her correct, and I didn't finish her off. Like, I didn't finish her, and I was like shocked. And the dude, I think, went against my Serpent with a Doctor Strange, and I must just be playing it wrong. I'm not that great of a player. I just really don't like. I take this as a pastime. I'm serious about it, but I take it as a pastime in the end. It's not something that I'm looking to do competitively, and that's kind of video games in a whole. I am technically unk status, and so I've just kind of lost the care. And back in the day when I'd play Modern Warfare 2 or Gears of War 1, I mean, the same way people slide around corners today, it was bunny hopping. It was, putting on Call of Duty, it'd be lightweight, marathon, and then you would use like SPAS shotgun, with the hip fire perk. I don't know if it was a perk, but you would hip fire, it made your hip fire more accurate. And dude, I was like sniping people from across the map with it, but I played 8 to 12 hours a day at one point for several months. And I got like so good, like I would always win, that I just kind of lost interest. And so it's not necessarily, when people say it's a skill issue, like sure, that's fine, but it may be just tuned a little too high for what you're looking to do or what you're interested in. And a comparison would be, I see guys build cars like a race car, but it's not for the track. It's a car that they want to drive every day, but they've built it to be a race car. So it has, stage three unsprung clutch. It has, real stiff suspension. They've had all the carpet taken out. They've had the air conditioner, the AC compressor taken out, and so it's just they've made it this thing that you can't drive on a daily basis. And then when you are driving it, all the gear ratio is so insane that you can't even enjoy it. Like the only time you can enjoy it is when you're going full throttle. And even on that, when you're rocking like 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 horsepower, dude, you're never like, unless it's a blown out drift car and you like your entire intent is to get through gears to, and there you want them to be tight and revving at high RPM, and you have like, correct cooling system and the whole engine's been built and all that shit, then sure, yeah, you can enjoy that. But unless you have money and free time to do that, you're never really going to be able to enjoy it. And sometimes this game feels a little, the gear ratio is too tight. Like it's trying to be a race car, this exhilarating experience, but it's not. It's 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 too far up its own ass, I guess would be a way to put it. The it's it's like a, for any business they have a mission statement, like what is their goal, what is your intent, like what is your like what is the end result that you're looking for. And sometimes, you know to make a further point, this game used to be labeled a stress reliever. They eventually took that away because it became a stress inducer. The restaurant that I currently work at, which by the grace of God, dear Lord, please, hopefully it won't be for too much longer. I won't even have to work weekends, or I'll feel comfortable enough to not, want the cash at the end of the night, so to speak. But they don't have a well-rounded mission statement. It's kind of this. It wants to be, they want service of fine dining, and they want, but they don't want to put tablecloths down. They don't want to, you know, put, your napkin, nobody puts it on their lap, and that's a big thing in fine dining. No, they don't want to have the silverware steam polished, where where, I mean, if you want to go so far with it, I've never worked a place like this, but you could, like wash the silverware, and then you have to have the correct dishwasher to make sure that the fucking the washer piece itself, the dishwasher, not the person but the dishwasher, is emptying the like the water out and the filters, and so there's not food stuck on them, so that, with the sanitizer it doesn't get spots. And then you go and you get boiling water for the steam and you steam polish the fucking silverware. And you put it down with a fucking glove on. You know, like they're not like they want that. They want that. They want their restaurant to be this just hailed and deemed 5-star Michelin place, but it's not that, you know, but they want that, but it's not that, you know, like that it's buying a car off Craigslist and doing a clay bar wax on the paint to get the paint to look really nice, and then you go in for the bumpers and you know like adjust the mounts for it so that the bumper is flush with the car, but then the AC doesn't work. So it's okay, sure, great, wonderful. You've made the paint look really nice and the bumpers are symmetrically put on the car because people probably have run into stuff, but your AC compressor needs to be serviced. And it's this, you know, as I've said in previous one of the previous ones, it's a veneer of what they want you to think it is, but it's not actually that. And that's kind of what Battlegrounds is. Like this game is a pay to win game. It is. And I don't even see anything wrong with that. I'm not even saying that there's anything wrong with this game wanting to make money. I've given these people more money than I'd like to admit. So I'm not even saying this in a critical way or trying to be criticizing about it, but that's, you know, that's just kind of the case. It is pay to win. It is. And now free to play, you can absolutely be competitive with free to play, but the problem that I've noticed, and I've said this in previous videos, or one of the ones, because there's only 3 of them really. Um, oh fuck, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, if you're free to play, anyone that's willing to spend $1,200 is addicted to this game, and they're going to get everything you're going to get, and then they're just going to spend 8, 9, $1,200, however much it is, $400, $200. They're going to be ahead of you. So it's like there's no real like it wants to be this competitive, where this and that, you know, but it's simply not. Like it's simply just not. It's not. And you know, this permeates into a lot of different stuff, and even on Call of Duty, there's just it like I'm convinced that when you buy the battle pass in Call of Duty, they will purposefully give you a leg up. I'm convinced of it. Now, maybe, dude, maybe if people are willing to spend all this money, they're just simply better. But there's been so many times that people have these guns that, you know, when they shoot me, it pans out to a third person and then I, you know, disintegrate into fire or something, or they have some skin on it that I can't even tell what the gun is, and it makes like ray gun noises, and it's it's kind of like, what the fuck is this? It's kind of losing its mission statement, because Call of Duty back in the day, it was guys, and you know, it was American looking military guys or Russian looking military guys, or you know, I don't know what you'd call them, like the Middle East dudes with like the fucking, they're in dusty areas, so they have the like scarf thing around their face, you know, the, what is it, balaclava or something like that. And it kind of tries to be everything. It's trying to be everything, and it doesn't fucking need to be. And it's losing its identity. And that's kind of how this game feels at times, is that it's trying to find its identity. They do not need to have Nicki Minaj as a playable character and Snoop Dogg as a playable fucking character. Now, is that fine, dandy, wonderful, great? It's cool. I think it's funny. but it's beginning to verge in that it's trying, it's like Call of Duty was trying to be Call of Duty and PUBG and Fortnite, and Battlefield, and it's kind of losing itself. And that's kind of the unfortunate truth about this. And it's in a more real world sense, it's like the restaurant I work at. They want this allure of fine dining or casual fine dining or whatever the case may be, but you can't be fine dining when you're, selling a lunch special at 12 or $11. Like, you can't. You're simply not. You can't. And then the fucking crazy thing is people then go to a fine dining place, like say they go to a 4-star Michelin place in New York City, and or Muriel's, or one of these restaurants with these names that they, what's the fucking dude, the chef guy who screams and yells all the time? Is it Ramsay? Is that his name? Like one of his restaurants. And then you go start taking that expectation and putting it on a restaurant where people are wearing all black, but it's not black slacks, black non-slip polishable leather shoes with a black button down that's got the creases down the side, and they've been dry cleaned, and the fucking collar is the correct collar, and then they have ties that are well thought out ties with the vest, and they use the serviette for when they're pouring your wine, and they come and show you the bottle when you're at the table, and they use a very nice wine opener. And when I worked fine dining, my wine opener is like worth $270. So it's a very nice traditional classical French, from France, fucking wine opener. And like, when you get to that level, the prices of everything are going to go up. But the $12 dish, plate, food, whatever you want to call it, from this place that I'm at now, they would simply put it on nicer plates and charge you, you know, over twice as much. Instead of being $12, it'd be 26. And they would give smaller portion sizes to kind of force you to buy more. And they would have check averages of 2 people at $300. But that's not the case. 9 people, 14 people can have at this place a fucking total bill of $200. And you're simply not going to get some prestige at that level. But they don't want to raise the prices of the food. They want the food to feel like you're in the place that they're making the food from, and that's fine, that's cool. If you don't want to raise the prices, that's cool, but you have to then be honest with yourself about, well, what are you? They go, do you have order takers or do you have servers? Is it, hey, what can I get for you? And at most, they're refilling waters. They're not pre-bussing the tables. They're not bringing you extra drinks. They're not trying to upsell, and you, in not doing all of those things is fine. Like, that's fine. Because in the context of the restaurant that I'm at, you simply can't. And I've said this under the video of why restaurants suck. You simply can't get to everything when you are running a full dining room alone, and you are supposed to be the one to make your own desserts while running all of the fucking dining room at night. And you are doing all of this other work that runners, bussers, back waiters would take care of, but then you can't pay that sort of thing. And nobody working in a restaurant or your place is going to want to do those things. They're not, like, because if they're going to be willing to do those, they're not going to go to some place that has no recognition. It's never won awards. I don't know if they have or not, but I'm guessing they don't, because they don't have them up on the walls. It's never spoken about. Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's cool. But in a comparison to this game, the manager is from, places that start with some French word. It's a place that has a private dining room, which start off around $800 or so, $600, or you have to spend, so you're paying money to get the room, and then on top of that, you have to spend $1,200 altogether. So, she's coming from those places. So she wants to have a really nice liquor selection and a really nice wine selection and all of this stuff. Like they want all of this, you know, make sure the silverware is polished and done neatly and correctly and the floors are, mopped correctly so that they're fucking spotless when people come in and all that. And that's cool. But at that point, what the fuck is going on? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we aiming for? What are we trying to be? Because realistically, there's no point to mop your fucking floors every single night. You really should be really bothered about doing it spot mopping, or really just get a fucking vacuum cleaner. Just get a fucking vacuum cleaner to get all the shit up. That would be justified, and you mop twice a week. But they don't want to do that. They want it to look and appear like fine dining. And that's not the fucking case. This game used to be labeled as a stress reliever. And you could be on I would be on public transport, a streetcar. I'm from the South. We have streetcars. So I lived on the main road, this really nice place, but you could go and live in some kind of a polished kind of place, like, oh, it has a front and a back entry door and you have to have a key. Okay, well, there's a three blocks over, there's people that are fucking crackheads and they ride around with a bike with a fucking crowbar in their backpack and they'll bust that fucking bitch open and go and then knock the fucking coin thing on the laundry. They'll knock it open and steal the $7 in quarters that's in there. They'll steal it. They'll break your door to do that, and then they'll put cameras up, but they're not real fucking cameras. They're not actually fucking cameras. So they're fake. And then I've been in that place somewhat semi recently. The cameras that they put up are falling out of the ceiling. They're blatantly, obviously, not real cameras. They're facing downward, so it shows that these people do not ever come and look at the place. The manager of the place, whomever the fuck that is, isn't coming around and isn't taking care of the place. And the fucking way, like, where you put the camera to de-incentivize people from breaking into the place, because my place and other buildings and units in that fucking spot were broken into. They're not even looking anywhere. Like, they're in an area where, like, they're under the stairs, right? Like, they're under the stairs on the second floor. Under the stairs, the third floor set of stairs that, because you walk up ground level first, like ground level to or first floor / ground level to second floor to third floor. I'm guessing, because these old New Orleans homes, you would not, you probably couldn't even get a fucking real camera in those places, because most of these buildings are protected, so you can't go in and do a whole bunch of shit to them. You can't. They want to maintain the integrity of the building, which I can see and I get, but the fucking camera is, like, not even in an area that would even be perceivable as being a place where they would put a camera, right? And then that's a conspiracy theory. Oh, it just so happens that the fucking units that tended to always have people in them during the Festival of Mardi Gras, which is running right down fucking St. Charles, you're right there. They want those, for a weekend that people are spending $1,200. So of course they're going to want to have you get out, like, right before your fucking lease is up. That lease just so happens, because you always rent the place right after Mardi Gras. So they want you out at the fucking last month before your lease is up. So all these units started getting burglarized and everyone moved out right before Mardi Gras. Why the fuck wouldn't they want that? So that they can then just turn it over, rack another fucking $9,000, $10,000 from 3 or 4 units, if not more money, right then. Like, why would they not? But it's fucking stupidity. Anyway, you could play this game on the streetcar on the way to work, and it was all short enough and it was simple enough that you could play it at those moments. I was dating this girl, right? When I was living at that St. Charles place. But we would go do things. If she ran to the bathroom, and women take forever in the bathroom more often than not. If it was 5-10 minutes, I could get on the game and play for 5-10 minutes. We would be chilling in her apartment in the place because she eventually moved in the fucking building. Um, I'd be hanging out with her and her roommate, and we'd all be chilling, and maybe some other people would come over. But I could sit and run Arena, and you could play it here and there casually. But it's further and further become a sit down type of game, and now you can also do it on computer. So it's kind of like, what is the goal of this game? What are they trying to do? And Battlegrounds absolutely kind of seems like it doesn't really know what it wants to do. What is it? Is it hyper competitive play that um you know is a like competition or tournament style game or game mode, or is it something that's for casual play, and you should be able to get on and just here and there kind of play. Here, one second. Okay, so we'll see if I can remember where the fuck I was at this. But you know, kind of to what do you call it? Recap what I've been saying is I find that this game, and this is a permeating issue with a lot of stuff in society, but this is just a microcosm of that, is that it's not really sure what it wants to be. And and I've said this in previous videos, it's like, so what, like I'll ask people, well, what do you want to do? Like, what is it that you want to do? What is your, effectively, it's like if you had to give an elevator speech, right? About what is it that you want to do? Are you able to verbalize it quick and know an answer to that question immediately? A lot of people don't. And this game, it's kind of like if you were to try to describe it to people, and I've tried to do that multiple times, and I do have a hard time kind of figuring out what the fuck it is to explain this game as. To use the job that I'll be getting, um, to use the job that I'm hired for and haven't started yet and going to school for, I'll give an example. When I was thinking about going back to school, right? I wanted to get something that I could get a job at any given moment anywhere, no matter what. No matter what. Okay? Baseline. What is it that you're looking for? Get a job anywhere no matter what. That's probably for the most part never going to be automated and lose to AI entirely. Okay? And then it's, do you like what it is you're doing enough that you would be okay with working one of these lower type jobs in that field and not just fucking hate yourself? Is it like, okay, I have to do this specifically or it's going to all go to shit? Well, I started going to school for welding, okay? And I'm totally, dude, I'd be fine with fucking welding garbage cans for the city. Like, I don't care. I enjoy the practice enough that I don't really mind what it is I'm doing, as long as I'm making a decent income, which the lowest that you really should be looking to make as a welder, especially if you're good at it, 18 or so dollars. 14, 15, 16, $18. 14, way low end, dude. You've got to be like, you know, got a trimmer and you can kind of get the plate penetration doesn't matter. As long as they stick together, it's cool, right? All of them are hidden. Penetration doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it would leak like a fucking like a if it would like leak really bad, like water, air, whatever the fuck, right? Well, I thought if I could do anything in this field to get both sides of it, I'm fine to do anything as long as I'm making okay money, like good money, and money that even if I'm living in a trailer park. Is that the goal? No. But is that something I'd be okay with as long as I'm not homeless and starving? What would I want to do? So decided I would want to build, restore, modify cars for either track, drift, rally, autocross, restoration, like cars. I want to be a fabricator, welder, designer. Well, the place that I decided to go to and I got the job with does exactly that. And it was that I've been to school now for 1 semester and I still got the job because a lot of this sort of stuff, you only really get a grasp of it when you're actively doing it. And it's the mindset of what is your mission statement? What is it that you're looking to do? And if when you go in there, you can tell them, I want to do XYZ, this is what I want. And they're like, well, that would fit here. Then yeah. But who do you know that would say, oh, I design and build classic cars like Cadillac, I think it's the Fleetwood. Is it the Fleetwood Cadillac, or even a Cadillac like Eldorado, or a I want to say like which year was it the Firebird came out, like a 1967 Firebird, and I want to put like a Coyote engine in it, or I want to put a Hellcat engine in it, or a Red Eye, and then you replace the rear diff and you put individual fucking suspension on it, and do some form of weight reduction, or you're, you know, doing whatever. Like, even if it's like something that, and again, something I think we bad fucking ass to do would be get a, if it is, I think it's a 1967 Firebird. They kind of look like the old school Camaro, kinda. It's Pontiac. And put a fucking Hellcat engine, paint it all black, put that Trans Am fucking bird on that bitch, weight reduce it, kind of, keep like stock-ish looking seats in it, restore it kind of in it, put like fucking muscle car wheels on it with big fat tires with fucking hoorah fucking written on the side, so it's got that white fucking font on it, and then rail that bitch through the desert, blasting fucking Pour Some Sugar on Me by fucking Def Leppard, smoking cigarettes, and the passenger is like a fucking Great Day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just this outlandish idea. But if you have all the skills to do that, and then you could make a video into it. Like, you could make that a fucking video and people would probably find that fucking awesome. And what would that do in turn? It would then probably bring business. If people see that this car, this 1967 or whichever year it is, Firebird, railing through the desert, blasting Def Leppard, smoking cigarettes, and the passengers got a bottle of whiskey in their hand, and y'all just go in it and then go like shoot guns or something, like go shoot guns in the video, like it's this outlandishness. But then if the mission statement of the car, even like what is the point of the car, and then you can pop the hood and all of the work is done really really well, so it's this really well built car, but then it's going and doing this outlandish shit in it, and it doesn't destroy the car. Part of the, this isn't necessarily the mission statement, but part of it is that our cars are built to be like borderline showroom garage kept cars. But if you were to decide to take it and blast Def Leppard, smoking cigarettes with a dog in the passenger seat, railing through the desert, they're not built to be parking lot princesses. It's not zippers on boots. Boots with zippers on them have lost the mission statement. They are no longer boots. They're not boots because they have fucking zippers on them. A boot is a like industrial scale, like a industrial or industry style, like blue collar workwear. but they have zippers on them, so they'll get water in them if you were to walk in water, and they don't have a welt, so you can't replace the sole of the shoe. The upper is like where the tongue is. The upper's not done correctly, so again, pours water in them. You try to go and hike in boots with zippers on them, it's not going to work. It's simply not going to work. It's like old school. It's like the 2008 this happened so bad, and that's one of the things I love about my car is that 2008 Mustang GT had a hood scoop on it. I remember thinking, oh, that lets air get into the engine bay to cool the engine bay. Okay, well, it's a piece of plastic stuck to the hood of the car, and there's no hole underneath it, so it's entirely cosmetic. It's not actually usable. It's like zippers on boots. It's kind of like losing its point, and that's what that's one of the things about this game, that it's kind of like zippers on boots to a degree in some way, because it's just kind of lost itself. It's what is it? And Battlegrounds is such a good representation of that. Now I think they're getting so much better with Coliseum. Coliseum, I even, the Apex Coliseum, I don't like it as much. I like the rewards a lot. I like the rewards, but I don't like it as much as this. I think this is really good. Like, this is really, it just works. The rewards aren't great, but they're not bad either. I mean, 3,000 Titan shards, 2,000 Awakening shards. And these really, this is effectively a guaranteed 7 star. It's guaranteed. You're gonna get it. Like, you're gonna get it. And they have all different levels, and then they've given you all of the stuff you need to rank the people up, which is giving incentive. It incentivizes people to go rank these champs up. I did not have Onslaught ranked up before that. Like, I didn't. It would be cool if they found champs that are the most uncommonly ranked champ. If they were listening to me, this would be advice I would give them. Find a champ, because I don't know if they can, but I'm sure they can, is find a champ that is not commonly ranked ever, and now build something around them when it comes to this Coliseum. But you would then have to make sure you give everyone adequate amount of rank up stuff, which they're doing. I mean, for anything besides like this one, you can go right in here, and I still have a whole ton of it, 51,000. And you can go in, and this is not bad. This is not bad at all. It's like, dude, think of yourself back when 4 stars were still like the shit. If you could come in and buy 10 of these, this would be like buying 10 7 star crystals at however much they are per, but they're cheap, dude. They're cheap. If this was 6 and that was 7, dude, everyone would be fucking amped on it. Like, everyone would be fucking stoked. Why are we not stoked? Because we've been like, we're all addicts. We're all addicts, and we're not comfortable with just one beer or one bong rip. We want 7 of them, and then tomorrow we want 12, and it's just this. It's this ever evolving problem. But I think this game is getting to a better point. But as of right now, oh, perfect day to be able to do this. This is so outdated. This is so beyond outdated. Like, this is insultingly outdated. Why hasn't it been updated? And I am nearly positive it's not been updated because they can't find a way to make money off of it. That's why. They can't find ways to make money off of it. That's why. And it really sucks because Sunday, especially when I start working my new job, I'll be off Saturday, Sunday. And so I would be able to go in and do some arena. That would be a day that I would catch up on everything. But it kind of, you simply can't do that. But, I've noticed that I do a lot of what is wrong, but I don't really do solutions or ways that this game could be changed a little bit or a lot, depending. Battlegrounds. So again, Battlegrounds needs to find what is it trying to do because it really doesn't have that. And Battlegrounds, like, let's see. So Battlegrounds predominantly seems to be for Radiance. So let's go to the Radiance store. And yeah, that's pretty. Oh, look, greater attack boost, Radiance now. Tier 5, Deathless Piece, Limbo Token, Tier 7, Tier 6, Tier 5s. I mean, these are pretty high end and expensive stuff. So, what they're implying is it's for high end materials. So, if Radiance is, you know, gotten, because I feel like it is, in Battlegrounds, which usually I remember, I think it's in here, and it's right in here. If you're getting radiance from that, then it's going to be higher in content. Okay, that's cool. But there's Victory Track and Gladiator Circuit. Gladiator Circuit is like ranked match. Victory Track is kind of is like, what do you call it? I guess like casual play, unranked. I guess would be the best way to put it, and that's fine. But you are forced to go through Victory Track to get to Gladiator Circuit. And in this, you can pick, see, unranked and ranked. If I guess the quickest thing that I could say would be to get this better that I could think of easily. Unranked, the casual play. That needs to be this. No, no, no. This. That needs to be this. They used to have that. Used to have that. They took that away. Um, and you could get the ranking system to be different, as in, I'm in Uru or whatever the fuck it's called. Maybe they could do this one that you're using these for to go towards that number, and you could change it where there's unranked and ranked. Unranked would get you through this. but it will not go towards the current little whatever you call it. Like I'm at 0. You can do unranked. You can get through this, right? But you're not going towards that. And if you are playing unranked, you do not get people who are playing ranked. Now, would it need to lump people together? Because if unranked people are going to try and get this or this, they don't care about this. They don't care about Uru at all. I don't give a fuck about Uru. I don't care about Gladiator Circuit at all. All I care about is Victory Track. To simply get. Do they even let you see it? Can you go in and see it? You can. I did it only solely to get this and this. Only. Now, if you are, because they've done this already with. Where's it at? This. They've done it where they'll lock you in. They'll lock you in. You will. You will get locked in based on your prestige. So, if there was a way to lock people in that when you go in, and if all you care about is getting this right here, if you play this, you are excluding yourself from this. Maybe. So just combine Victory Track as Victory Track rewards, but Gladiator Circuit is open from the beginning. And ranked matches are the only way that you can raise to get here. Because these fucking people blaze through this. They would blaze through this, but they wouldn't maybe feel as much of a need or really care because whether or not they play this or this, you get these. But it's combined where this is in only this. These would be simply for Victory Track rewards. You could even go so far as then making it just fucking cakewalk for most people. Each time you lose, you don't lose tokens. So you don't lose, because that was always a fucking problem, using fucking victory shields. Make victory shields just to maintain, right? So Ender, right? Whoever the fuck that is, could go in, and if he's willing to spend, and they're already spending loads of money, they probably don't care about buying the fucking victory shields. Let it be where they can pop a victory shield and they don't lose their place. That might make it a bit more digestible to lower ranked people, because a lot of people are simply going, hell no, I'm not playing, are simply going to want to get this. This is what they want. They want the Titan shards because they're more often than not free to play and they're not going to spend money regardless. And that's a way to get fucking shards. They're playing the game. They're getting the shards. It helps them evolve because the people that would be playing in this are so far beyond what anyone else would be doing. And its mission statement would need to be that it is going to be the PvP competitive aspect of the game while simultaneously letting everyone enjoy it and get rewards at their own pace. Maybe. That could be something, because I don't want to go in and rank all these. I want to rank people that I like. Doctor Strange. I like Doctor Strange. I like Lizard. I wanted that dude in this game for forever. Carolina Dean, Yelena Belova. Those are really good. But I really, this guy, her, I ranked forward her because I could. Like, I remember I pulled her back to back and awakened her immediately. Like, it was immediately. But if I were to go in and start ranking people up that would be really good for Battlegrounds. Like, I have a ton of them, dude. Like, I have so fucking many that I could, but I simply don't want to. Like, I guess I simply don't want to. But I still want to be able to go in and enjoy the game. I just don't want to have to tailor my fucking ranks directly and explicitly for a game mode that I don't enjoy. that I don't want to really do. Like, I don't want to do it. I want to go in and get the rewards, and that's it. But so far, these ones I think are like the moneymaker. Like, not moneymaker. They're the fun ones. It's fun. Why? Because you really are never gonna win. It reminds me like when I would play Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six, back in the day, dude. There was this one level, and the enemies were always in the same spot, and it was a time. It's like car simulators. It's just how can you get it quicker? Can you get everyone with a headshot? Can you clear the rooms better? You know what I mean? Like, it was fun, and I would do the same level all the time, over and over and over again, because it's fun. It's fun, right? Battlegrounds. This would be the other one. I got 5 minutes left. Battlegrounds. These need to change, dude. These need to change. Sunday being the weakest day, I think they need to make one of the strongest days in terms of like what you're getting. They could just honestly go in, you can use any star level, any star level, maybe. Um, and it would be a fucking just straight up unit arena, and you could get, I don't know, like, honestly, you probably could just remove units from these, compile all of them together into a 24-hour arena. So you take every unit that you'd be getting from this or these and put it into like one right here, and it's unit arena. And it would need to be, and you could even go so far as take every single one that has units in it and add all of the fucking points together. Now cut it by about 40% so that it's actually feasible to be done in a 24-hour period. Make the reset timers an hour, right? Just an hour. So that people can pretty much play continuously all day, right? And get through it. And it would just be a Sunday arena for units. These should probably be 7-star shards, 6 and 7, and these should be 7 and Titan shards. But if you put them all on the same day, it's like, okay, we have to pick one. Which one are you going to do? And they're already doing that with this. You have to go in and pick which one you fucking want. You pick which one you want. You can only pick one. That might be something that could be done, because it needs to be one of those, you know, like, you have to make a choice. You can't have it all. You can't have it all. You can't have everything. Um, I really don't have anything to say about daily quests. I think this is the best one, obviously, but again, it's on Sunday. It's on Sunday, and you get a whole bunch of shit for it. I don't do Alliance Quest at all. I don't do fucking Alliance Wars at all. These are pretty much done. I never go in and do them again. I don't even think I've ever touched Solo Raid, ever. But to give a synopsis in the last minute and a half, is this game is kind of losing its mission statement. It's losing or lost or trying to find what is it that they're trying to do. These acts, they probably realistically need to come out quicker. You probably could take these two and kind of do what you did with book one. How many are in book one? It's 6 in total. So this would be halfway through. Why are they taking so long to come out? Why are they taking so long to come out? They're really quick, but why are they taking so long to come out? Um, I do like a lot of these. I've not done some of them. I've done the one on these, and I'm never going to do the other ones ever. It's never happening. They've gotten rid of back issues, it seems. I don't fucking see them in here anymore. Have they really gotten rid of back issues? I guess they have. Yeah, I guess they got rid of back issues, which is strange. I never even finished them. Um, I don't think I ever finished the back issues. That's stupid. That's kind of a dumb one. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think they just need to get back on. Like, they need to make a full blown mission statement of what it is they're looking for. What are they trying to do? Because right now, some of the stuff just feels like it's taking too much time, and people don't want to do it, and it's becoming cumbersome and annoying. And this is really difficult. An arena can be a huge pain in the fucking ass trying to get to the 18 or 20 or whatever it is until you just straight fucking Thanos and Kang team. And even that becomes fucking annoying. Like, why is Kang's team so weak? Why can't it be a little bit, I don't want to say a little bit more difficult, but maybe a little bit more entertaining? But so far, I think the Colosseums are like the best. Like, these really, I don't see. If they keep what they're doing, I don't see them becoming like fucking stupid. Like, I don't. The rewards are really good here. These ones are entertaining. You know, it gives you a reason to use all your different champs that you have. And arena, I really, really like when they bring out arenas where you have to use certain star value. I really, really like that. I think it's a good way to make these champs not feel like they're totally fucking useless at this point. You know, even 4 stars. Like, I still like 4 stars. I still do. I do like them. You can't use them really anywhere, but you can use them in Coliseum, and it's easy to max them out, and then you can ascend them and max them out and have them all the way sigged up, right? So it's it's like, I like it. I do. I really do. I think it's great. And this is something that I think is that if they ever gave the ability to take a certain champ like Quake, if you could at some point get a 6 to 7 star gem, it would take a champ that they're never going to release, but you can take them as is and bring them to 7, like 7 star. That would be some next level shit, but knowing Kabam, they're most likely going to have it to where it's only the people that already have everybody anyway could get them. So, there's that. But like, I think it was him. I didn't have him ranked up. Now I have him ranked up because I went and used him in the Coliseum. Him used him in the Coliseum. So I like those. I think those are good. But anyway,